Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you guys a 12 by 12 layout and I'm so excited. Lisa over at Pink Glitter Scrapper, she asked me to collab with her on this fun new series she started where we'll have a list of 28 numbered items and we'll go ahead and have random.org choose 5 numbers for us, and those would be the items we use on our layout. So be sure to check out Lisa's video and I'll go ahead and post her link in the description box below. So first you'll see me here gathering the items that I must use, and those items would be number 2 pattern paper, number 17 distress products, number 25 one specific collection, number 27 doilies, and number 28 I must use the smushing technique. So first I go ahead and pick out number 25 on the list, which would be a specific collection. And you can see I chose to use the new Maggie Holmes Willow Lane collection. And I'm so in love with this collection right now. And I'll go ahead also and share a list with you in the description box below. And it would be awesome if you guys played along as well. If you do decide to play along, be sure to post in the Facebook group linked below so we can see your layout using these same items. So today I'll be scrapping the photo on my desk you see of my daughter. It's on the right. And there's a slight glare in her glasses and the quality of that photo isn't great. But I just love this photo of her so much. And I actually documented this in my traveler's notebook recently. And I believe I have a process video for that as well. So I'm gonna go through my pattern paper, and that would be one of the items on the list. And I'll go ahead and choose my pattern paper that I'll be using as my background today. So going through these pattern papers, you can see just how lovely this collection is. And I wanted to use just all of them. It's just so beautiful. But I actually was leaning towards a paper that wasn't too busy in the background because I know I needed to use the smooshing technique and my distress products as well. So I believe we're coming up on the paper that I did decide on, which would be that paper. So here I went ahead and cut off the branding strip, and now I'm going to choose the distress products that I'll be using. And these would be the Distress Oxide ink pads, but I decided to go with just the regular Distress ink pads instead. So now I needed to choose my ink pads that would match this collection. And you'll see me just swatching them on my little paper pad. And that actually reminds me, I do need to make some swatches for these ink pads. That way it will save me some time when I need to use them again. So now I'm going to go ahead and prep my paper with a little bit of gesso where I plan on adding my smushing. So that way, you know, the water don't warp it as badly as if I didn't use the gesso. And it's white Liquitex gesso. And I'm just applying it. I started off applying it with a sponge, but I ended up just using my fingers, which worked a lot better for the look I was going for. So I went ahead and pulled out 2 ink pads, Spun Sugar and Peacock Feathers. That would be the Spun Sugar, and here you have the Peacock Feathers. And I'll use my blending tool to apply that all over the area that I put gesso on. So by the time I'm done, you won't see that white hazy gesso at all. It will all be covered with the distress inks. So that's another item that I use from my 5 items. So that would be 3 items so far. Now while I was using the Spun Sugar, I felt it was not dark enough and standing out enough, so you'll see I ended up switching to, I believe, picked raspberry. And this is where I chose picked raspberry instead. And this one looked a lot better. And I just love how those two colors blended together. And like I said, you don't see the white anymore in the gesso. It's just the color and the background paper. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the smishing technique. And I decided to use my Distress ink in the color Black Soot. And believe it or not, right now I'm looking for a packaging and I can't find any packaging in my scrap area. So I went ahead and opened up a brand new pack of the Maggie Holmes sticker sheets, and I'll go ahead and use that. So for the smushing technique, basically I just smush down my ink pad once or twice. I am using my spritzer bottle, and I spritz it just 2 times. I don't want it to be too loose and fluidy, so if that's a word. But then I just kissed it to the page in the area where my photo would be. And I just love the look of it. I don't know why I don't use this technique more often, and there I went a little crazy with it. And that's what makes this such an awesome idea that Lisa came up with. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm in a creative rut and all my layouts, they tend to look the same. And I sometimes just pull the same items over and over again instead of trying out new combinations. So a lot of the items in my stash is not being used enough. So I like the idea of having, you know, items randomly chosen for me. And although this round wasn't a huge, it wasn't an unusual combination is what I mean to say. I actually look forward to the chance of it being an unusual mix. So now I can't wait until we choose again. And next time I get to choose, and you guys will see what I choose on my video right before I begin my process. I'll be recording when I choose on random.org. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I do hope you consider subscribing today so you don't miss out on any new videos. So there you can see me matting my photo on a piece of black cardstock just for it to stand out a little bit more. And next on my list would be doilies, and I'm auditioning a few doilies right now, and I cut this one in half and because I didn't want it on both sides, but that don't seem to work. So I remember I had these smaller doilies, so I went ahead and grabbed these instead, and I believe I'm up to 4 items off my list now. So you will see me cut off a piece in the back, and yes, I do cut that out, and I will save it as a scrap, and believe it or not, that little piece will get used on another layout. So I'm just gonna adhere that to my page, and so far I'm liking how this layout is turning out, and then I'll go ahead and move on to embellishing. So now I can go ahead and cross off that last item on my list, which would be using one specific collection, and I will go ahead and embellish my layout. So I'll be using those 2 washi tapes at the bottom, and I use my T-square ruler just to make sure it's nice and straight. And my T-square ruler is actually one of the most used tool in my scrapbooking, as well as my tweezers. But I didn't use my tweezers today because I couldn't find it. So next I'll go ahead and open up this packaging of embellishments. These are foam thickers, and they're just so gorgeous. But they give me such a hard time peeling off the backing of the adhesive part of the sticker. And not all of them, but most of them did that. I'm not sure if I got a bad batch or what, but so that banner says, you're some kind of wonderful. And that banner, it moved around quite a lot on the page, as you'll see. But it did make it to the end. And I will have some close-up shots of this layout at the end of this video. So while you watch me move stuff around and try to figure out where I want everything to be, I just wanted to remind you guys to go ahead, check out Lisa's channel, take a look at what she came up with these 5 items. And I really do hope you guys decide to join us and play around this round with us. And don't forget to join the Facebook group. I'll post that link down below, and you can go ahead and share your layout with us there. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget, consider subscribing if you're brand new here today. So right now I'm just looking through my stickers, and I'll go ahead and add some of those flower stickers to random areas on the layout. And I'm keeping everything pretty much going down that line. And I move things around quite a bit on this page. And I do I usually use my tweezers when I put down little stickers like this, and it goes by a lot quicker. But like I said, I couldn't find them, so I might just need to purchase a new set. And I do use the EK Tools tweezer, and I highly recommend that tweezer. Maybe I should do a video on my favorite products and tools in my scrap room. If you guys would like to see a video of that, go ahead, comment below, and maybe I'll try to do one of those. So here I am using some of those foam thickers to do my title, and it says "Love You." And once again, I'll be using my T-square ruler to help me line up all those letters nice and straight. And next you'll see that I did go ahead and moved the flower to the to the right of the page, and I added in that gold leaf as well, and that came off the 12x12 cardstock sticker sheet. Next, I added a few more of those clear word phrases, and it's a little hard to see them, so I'll give you guys a closer look right now. And I just loved how this page turned out. And here you can see the butterfly that was at the bottom left moved up closer to the photo, and I'll be adding in that other butterfly on the bottom now. So at this point it was just about right, exactly what I wanted it to look like, and I just have one more step and until it's complete. So I really love how this page turned out, all the colors on the background and the embellishments and everything. And I just needed to add one more detail and then it will be completed. So I went ahead and grabbed that ink pad in black soot and just added some splatters to my background. And I pretty much just dipped my brush in water, and that little bit of water added to the ink was just enough. And that's what my layout looks like. And thank you guys for watching today. And I do hope you join us again with this series. And until my next video, bye.